Hi guys, welcome back to the Wistive Koi Pond. And to see my progress with the waterfall. So I've now demolished the old one, taken everything out from the back there, all these old stones. I didn't really know what was under there, to be quite honest. Obviously I'd built up to that stage. Looks like I just filled it up with bricks and mud and God knows what else. Then finished it off with sand to level it off. And then I just had a pond liner on there and made different steps out of it with the slabs and these monolith bricks. So that's going to be extended right over to that. And then that's going to all come down here onto a 4-foot blade. So I'll have 4 of these backy showers going, hopefully. I'm going to film this over the top of this blade here, so you can see that. Now see that fish there, yeah? As I say, this is grow and show season. Now, if any of you guys belong to clubs or private sort of groups, whatever you belong to, and they do grow and shows, I wouldn't have any hesitation into going into a grow and show, because you can have some good fun on a grow and show. You know, and they take the photographs every 3 months. You know, how many months they do it. And at the end of the year, like at the AGM, I'm sure your local clubs have an AGM or whatever they do. And you can look at the photos and you can sort of announce your winner who won the grow and show for over the year. Now that guy sitting there is a grow and show, is an icer. It's like a 4-step, it's quite a nice fish actually. I think it's a lovely fish. Sorry about the shaky, but I'm zoomed in a bit. Now this was from a grow and show from Lee Hadfield and James the Koi Whisperer, in association with Exclusively Koi. Now we was promised the same sort of thing, that pictures would be done through the year, and then at the end of the year there would be, it's a competition, it would be for a heated pond and a non-heated pond, so there would be 2 winners. The prizes weren't too much. I think what we paid for him was £95. And for £95, I think he's a nice fish. We went over to Sidcup, to Exclusively Koi's headquarters over at Sidcup. Met James, the Koi Whisperer, met Lee Hadfield, and they give us a spiel about what the prizes were going to be. I think, I'd say we paid £95 for him, and for 95 quid, I think it's a good fish. But I think the prize was, you was to get your £95 back, and some goodies, that's all. Weren't massive prizes. You know, bag of food, don't know. Pat on the back and told you well done. Oh, while I'm at it though, I've got to point this one out. This is one from Vince. Vince gave me that one 5 months ago. He's coming on well, Vince, look at him. He's always first up for his food. Yeah, so I say the prizes weren't fantastic, but I would, well, being a cold pond, unheated, I wouldn't have expected anything. But I would have at least expected Lee Hadfield and the group, Lee Hadfield, James Corey Whisperer, to at least stick with an acknowledgement on what they promised. Nothing. Heard nothing all year. There's been no result. There's been no winners. There's been no prizes. Nothing. And then when you hear that they're doing another one, well, 2 months ago, Lee was saying that they was doing another one, but not £95 a fish. Oh, no, £250 a fish. Well, I'm sorry, Lee, I weren't going to rush over and do another one, another grind show with you, in the prospects of being ripped off. Well, not ripped off, I can't say ripped off, because I've paid £95 and I think I've got a cracking looking fish out of it, and that's all I have got. But it seems like, you know, you've not stayed up to your obligations, what you was going to say. You shouldn't be allowed to go around promising people what you're going to do with growing shows, and you don't stick to your obligations. Alright, it's 95 quid. I'm not particularly bothered about 95 quid. I dare say some people are bothered about 95 quid. It's alright, and it's no good keep saying what you're going to do and what you ain't going to do, and you don't stick to them obligations. Having said that, I've ain't got a lot more to say really about growing shows. I think it's even more so on Exclusively Koi. I mean, they're a big enough company. But it seems like it's more of an industry than a hobby to them. And it is an industry. I mean, be fair. I mean, they're not in it for love. They're on it to earn money. End of story. And if you can look at that fish there and say he's not a nice looking fish, well then, I don't know, might be so, I don't know what I'm looking at perhaps. He looks like a nice looking fish to me, and I think the bigger he gets, the better he's going to look. And he's really come through winter very well. Beautiful, beautiful. I think he's nice anyway. I think they're all nice fish anyway. But there's the biggest lad in the pond. Anyway, I can't really, I can't go on about it too much, but I just feel let down really more than anything. Don't really want to moan. And it's not just me. I mean, there's another guy on YouTube. He went into the same growing show, and he's had the same response. Nothing. Not heard a word. I actually did contact Lee on the back of one of these videos. I watched one of his videos and I commented on his video, and I asked him what was happening with the growing show, and I got no response whatsoever. Nothing. Twice I asked him what was happening with the growing show, and again twice no response. So I don't know what to say. But you've got to remember, Lee, us little guys put you where you are now, really. Alright, I know you're going to say no, it ain't. You know, you're quite a successful tattoo artist. Fair dues, fantastic. And I know your wife does her business, whatever she does. I don't know what she does, but she does very well. You've told us all that. She does very well. And I wish you both very well. But you shouldn't really forget us little guys. They really, as I say, we've put you where you are really with the koi world. And well, we still do, because we're still watching your videos. So, and long may they keep coming. I say, I've been meaning to put this video out for some time, but I don't know. I think myself, should I bother or should I just not bother? As I say, after listening to the other guy on the YouTube, on the group, and he says exactly the same, just feel a little bit let down really. And I don't know if the other growing show went ahead for the £250 of fish. I don't know, but you know, possibly if you fulfilled the obligation for this one here, we affectionately call Sid as we come over to Sid Cup to pick him up. His name's Sid. So I say, if you possibly fulfilled your obligation, what you've done there, and there was winners, and we saw the winners and what they got, possibly I might have come back to Sid Cup and picked up another one to 250 quid. But I believe that the next grand show was just with Lee, wasn't it? It was just Lee and exclusively koi. James, the koi whisperer, had nothing to do with it. It looks like he's been puffed up into a puff of wind. Where's he gone? Is he blown away? Obviously he's too busy with his butcher's cleavers, chopping up meat. Well, I say this is the best day we've had here for some weeks. The ground is absolutely swimming. Had another visit from, well, didn't have a visit, he didn't come down. Mr. Heron. He didn't actually come down, he was sitting on a rooftop over the back there. He was sitting on the roof over the top there, just sitting down looking at the pond. And the seagulls were dive bombing him. It was unbelievable. But this ground here is absolutely swimming. There's puddles down here. So I say guys, if any of your clubs or groups are doing grown shows, I wouldn't hesitate in going into them, because I'm sure in local clubs and groups you would have great fun with it. But I don't think I'll be going into any more grown shows, to be quite honest. But then again, as I say, I don't normally. All these fish have come from one supplier, and I don't think I'm in favour of keep buying fish from all different places, to be quite honest. Use one supplier, as my dealer said. If you buy all your fish from me, he would guarantee them. Once you go somewhere else, that's it, he went the deals off. They've heard me go round the back and they've all disappeared again. Well, they think I've gone round the back to get some more food, that's what, more like it. Yeah, they got to the stage where they started following me around now. So that's it with the fish. Greenhouse is coming on lovely again. All the tomatoes are in. Strawberries are there. grapevines coming on a tree. It's the only thing that's growing, ain't it? Grape. I mean, we've got sort of little mini grapes on here already. Look, it's amazing. Flowers on the tomatoes. They've only been in a couple of weeks. All rung in tickety-boo here. So, as I said the last few times, I've really got to try and do these videos on a weekly basis. But I say I've been that rough lately. I'm sure you've all heard me before with this COPD, and I have a couple of good days and then I'm out of it for a couple of days. I think the next turnout's at the hospital, I think. As the GP's told me, they can't do no more for me. But all doing well down here. Even me brother's goldfish down here. I can't believe how much weight he's putting on. Huge. So anyway, on that note guys, I'm going to leave it here. I could have gone into it a little bit more, but I think if I get too excited, I'll end up losing my cool with it all. So I'll leave it there. Thanks for your continued views. I'd like to have a few more subscribers, it'd be good. But thank you very much for watching and your continued support. And with that one, I'll leave it there guys. Thanks a lot. Bye.